What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be going over the best cuts to get in popular sneakers. You know, lows, highs, mids, all of them.
This is like unwritten rules that we have to discuss.
Exactly. All right, guys, let's get into the first sneaker. All right, so before we get into the first sneaker, we're going to be ranking the cuts from worst to best, all right? So the first sneaker we are going to be talking about, the Jordan 1.
The first one we have to mention first are the mids.
Obviously.
Okay.
You know, a lot of discussion right now.
It's gotten so much flack over the years as far as like the aesthetics, the colors,
just what it represents. I even saw a meme recently where a guy was like, I had a pair of mids in my front of the car. Someone broke into the car, left 3 more pairs of mids.
Wow, that just tells you how bad the mids are.
Exactly.
Okay. First of all, let's just talk about the branding itself, right? There's not even a Nike Air on it.
I don't. Do they make any mids with the Nike Air?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so, and I think that hurts the mids because at the end of the day, I think at one point everybody wanted Nike Air, Nike Air, Nike Air, and you throw it and then you don't give it on like an unpopular cut like the mids. It's just gonna flop every time.
And what proves that is they come out with the hot colorways like the Breads, the Royals, and they look at just at a glance, you see it and it's like, oh, those kind of tight, and then you see it's like, oh, that's a mid though. So
yeah, and earlier I mentioned what it represents. I think a lot of people do not like that. You know, like the famous TikTokers are wearing the mids. They think that they're the same ones that everybody is getting, and I think the people that do really like the highs, they're just trying to make sure there's some separation, right?
Well, for sure. I mean, I'm with that, man. Imagine you see a TikToker, you know, rocking the mids, and then you just think that's the same as the highs. Like, there needs to be, yes, I agree, more separation.
And I think for us, you know, being into sneakers as long as we have, just really like gravitating towards the original Jordan 1s. The highs are the closest you're going to get to that 85 cut, and that's why we respect it so much. You know, I just want to discuss this. Obviously, everybody's talking about why mids are so frowned upon, and let us know what you guys think. Let's go over the second best cut to get in Jordan 1s. All right, guys, so the second best cut to get in Jordan 1s, these are becoming way more accepted. A lot of people like them, are the Jordan 1 lows.
And I'm not going to act like I've been a Jordan 1 lows guy forever. Because early on, they kind of messed up. I kind of saw them like the mids. They didn't have Nike Air. You see a lot of the colorways had the Jumpman on it. But you know, they started
putting the more original touches on them.
Exactly.
The thing about them too is that they're carrying on with the trends right now, right? So you're hiking up your pants a little bit. You want to show off the socks, and not only that, the silhouette of the shoe is not really about bulkiness anymore. So the lows adds a different type of value.
The lows are going crazy. Like some of the prices on these originals are like $300 to $400 for like Royals, Breads, like
Shadows.
It's insane. So we have the lows, and then obviously the highs. We don't have to speak too much on the highs. Jordan 1 silhouette has become, I don't even know, like the
iconic
sneaker
classic
of our lifetime.
Timeless.
When it comes to a Jordan 1 high, it's so iconic to me that you could put a boo-boo colorway and I will still give it somewhat attention. I would give it a chance. You know, so that's how good the highs are.
Yeah, for sure. And now they're even doing like iterations of the high, like they're doing the 85 cuts of the high. You know what I mean? Like they did it with the neutrals. It's definitely a nice like little switch up. You see the details in like the paneling and everything. I know some people were like, man, I don't like it, but I like it. All right, so there we have it for Jordan 1s. Definitely it goes mids, lows, and then highs. Let us know if you guys disagree or agree. Let's move on to the second sneaker. All right, so the next sneaker right here we got to talk about are the dunks. What is the worst cut when it comes to dunks, guys?
Come on. Are we even going to ask me like that? You don't even know that? Nobody ever talks about the mids? They've never came out with a hot colorway for a mid. There's a random strap that just reminds me of like a toddler shoe.
No, it looks like the Adidas Forum.
That's a good comparison.
But the Forum was kind of hot back in the day.
True.
The mids were never hot. The mid dunks were never hot.
I just think obviously when it comes to like SB dunks, people mostly skate in the lows or the highs. But that whole strap, I don't think people care about the strap.
Very
it's not
awkward.
Really functional.
There's a reason why Andrew Fung had the Griffey mids in his regrets video. I don't even know why he got those.
I think he was just trying to rep Seattle, so it's more so the colorway.
The color. We'll give him that pass.
The shape itself and the model itself, the cut of the mids, is what made me regret it.
All right, so the mids obviously are the worst when it comes to dunks.
I don't even think skateboarders even care for them.
All right, so the next cut that is the best one are highs.
Yes.
So that obviously leaves the lows as the best.
Yep.
So let's talk about this. Highs or lows when it comes to dunks. A lot of people have this discussion.
Okay, look, I'm glad you brought this up because let's be real. I mean, if it wasn't for the mids, I think the highs would be the worst. Okay?
Really?
I just think when it comes to the highs, shape is too awkward for me. I don't know what it is. It's too bulky.
Short toe box.
It got the weird little flaps.
It's
I never got down with that.
The flaps make it look wider than it's supposed to be. So if you're not properly wearing the shoe itself, it looks like a wide shoe. And I hate it actually when people wear it out and then you actually see it flapping.
The realest thing you might have said one time is how you were like, man, everybody loves the Supreme Dunk highs, but you never seen one person wear them.
Yeah.
Because on foot, it just does not work for some reason. I don't know.
Dope, especially a Dunk High SB with the fat tongue
it's like,
and then the awkward shape.
It's so puffy and high that where do you put the pant? You know what I mean?
No, very true.
So obviously that leaves the dunk low as the best cut when it comes to dunks. Period. SB or non-SB too.
It goes unsaid, man. Everybody loves the dunk lows, from the versatility to the shape
Best
to
shape,
everything.
Fire colorways.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, let's move on to the last sneaker. All right, so last sneaker right here, we got the Air Force One. And the worst cut when it comes to these are the highs. A little bit different, you know? That's what I like about this entire list. Every sneaker has a different ranking.
Ranking.
Yes.
All right, so the highs, let's talk about this.
When it comes to the highs, I think the only person that really messes with the highs is Rasheed Wallace himself. Okay, I don't know if back in the day, I think he had like a specialty model of the highs where he had like he played in them. He had special colorways.
It's just that strap is so awkward. You can't because you can't wear it loose. It has to be either really tight around your ankle or you put it behind.
You either have to use the strap or you awkwardly have to kind of put it behind.
While it's hanging in the back, the sneaker is super high.
Yeah.
There's so much material on the side because regularly that would have covered it up. But now you're putting it in the back, you just see this huge panel.
It's borderline a boot.
Wow.
You know?
And
people have the nerve to even take the strap off.
Well, you can't even lose it or use it because it looks weird when people take it off.
Yeah. I'm glad that they're not retroing any Air Force One's highs.
Oh, my gosh.
I think people know this.
There is a reason why they don't do that.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So the next best cut has to be the Air Force One mid.
Sleeper, in my opinion.
I think these could come back.
I used to love the mids.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, man.
People would wear them to the point the strap is just hanging. That's
you gotta let them go after that.
I remember we had uncles and stuff telling us how they used to go to the mall and the mids would actually sell out more than the lows. So at one point back in the day, I think the mids were more popular than the lows.
It gave you more value. It was that little cut.
More value.
More value.
Do you guys think these could make a comeback?
They will. I think they will. Just the same way we're choosing kind of like, the aesthetics and the versatility of it.
Yeah.
I feel like the mid has a strap that's sturdy enough, but then you can use it or not use it.
Bring back the
strap, It's strong enough to stand on its own.
Yes,
I'm not just reminiscing some color, the jewels and
Dude,
just.
I know this one.
The stitch ones?
Johnny, this colorway is the one I used to mess with a lot. Is the flax mids before even the lows.
Oh yeah.
I used to mess with the flax mids.
Because it actually looks like a boot.
Yes.
Grails at one point.
Jones will tell you that's the one.
Exactly.
That's the one.
That is very true.
Not the highs.
Look, because of the success of the flax mids, there's a reason why you see the lows.
True.
Yeah.
You know,
and
I just think
the highs.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the birth of it.
Speaking of the lows, we got
the best.
The best one. I
best
mean,
out of the Air Force One.
Would you guys say it's because of the white on white Air Force One lows?
For sure.
That definitely plays a huge impact.
It's
the
so
foundation.
versatile too. Like even skinny people to bigger guys could rock the low Air Force One. You know,
I've seen people.
Not
rock,
everybody could rock a Jordan 1.
Very true. I've seen people rock Air Force One lows, white on whites with. I mean, you got people in suits to tech guys to gym guys. It works with any type of fashion like style. If it wasn't for the all white Air Force One lows, a lot of these brands that have their neutral shoe it wouldn't exist.
Oh, for
you
sure.
You needed the all-white Air Force One
to set the tone. Same with the Jordan 1, yeah.
Let's take off this swoosh. The shape kind of has a neutral vibe.
Yeah.
Let's throw our brand on it.
You know exactly when the brand is copying a Jordan 1 or a Air Force 1. Or
facts.
even a Dunk too.
Big facts.
We got to say this too. I saw it and I was like, man, I totally agree. I saw this meme that was saying nothing is cute about some dirty white on white Air Force 1s, ladies.
Rich.
I was like,
you guys know how big I am on the DIY and the aging of the shoe, but I will not do it on an Air Force 1 white on white, okay? That's disrespectful.
I saw it was just like, yeah, it was a PSA to the ladies.
Your shoes look stinky, okay?
But in general, the all-white Air Force 1 lows.
There's a reason why Richie Le wore it for 2 times and got a new pair. Okay?
Shout out to that.
My man abused my discount, man. Almost got me fired because you come in. I'm like, bro,
good old Foot Locker.
Your money's not even up. You still work at Arby's. How are you doing this?
I was saying a lot of beef and cheddars, my man. A lot of beef and cheddars on the side.
Oh, man.
All right, guys, that pretty much wraps it up for the best cuts to get in the most popular sneakers out right now. Let us know if you guys agree.
This is a sleeper, like a sleeper tip that people just need to know.
No one it goes unsaid. I don't think no one's talking about.
You know what
this
it is? People don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
But we're honest with you guys. We want to give it to you guys straight.
All right, guys, please make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, like the video, and until next time, we out.
Peace.